In this lesson, you'll learn how to develop notifications for your Android apps. A notification is a message you can display to the user outside of your application's normal UI. And when you tell the system to use a notification, it first appears as an icon in the notification area. To see the details of the notification, the user opens the notification drawer, and then both the notification area and the notification drawer are system-controlled areas that the user can view anytime they want. And there are two types of notification views, normal and big. A normal view appears in an area up to 64 dp tall and looks like this, and it can contain an icon, title, content info, small icon, and time. And a big view can contain all those elements plus extra information from the app, such as email inbox information in this example. So let's look at an example from the API demos. In the API demos, there's a secondary grouping in the app group for notifications. There's 4 of them, as you see here. And we'll use the incoming message app to examine notification code. That's in line 72 in the worksheet. So let's fire it up in the emulator. We'll click on App, Notification, Incoming Message. And it demonstrates 2 ways of initiating a notification. The first displays a notification that switches to the app in a new activity stack. So let's click the Show App Notification button, and we see the message appear here at the top. Now we'll pull down the drawer, and we see the notification in a normal view. Click on the notification, and we get an expanded view telling us to notice that the status bar icon has now disappeared. Now let's go back and try the other option. We click on Incoming Message again. Now we'll click on Show Interstitial Notification. We get the message at the top. Pull down the drawer. Click on it. And this time, we have a message telling us to click another button that sends us back to the same screen we saw when we pressed the previous button. Now, what's happening in this app will make more sense when we look at the code, so let's check that out now. In the app Java source folder, we'll open Incoming Message. In line 42, the screen layout is established using the Incoming Message XML file. In lines 44 through 54, listeners are set up for 2 buttons. The first executes the method showAppNotification, and the second, showInterstitialNotification. And in lines 66 through 93, an array of intent objects is created that represents the activity stack for the incoming message details. This is used in the showAppNotification method, and it's then also used in the second interstitial button method, and we'll see how that works. What's going on here is that you're giving the Android system a traceback from an app so that when the user is taken to the app and then they use the back key, they'll end up where they think they should. So for example, back here in this display, if we use the back button, it takes us back to this list of demo options. So when we click the incoming message and then show app notification and then the message, we've been placed inside of an app. And now when we hit the back key, we're taken to the demo screen. And that's because of the number 2 entry in the intents array, and the successive back keys step us through the rest of these intents. Now let's look at the show app notification method starting in line 101. Let's expand this out. In line 103, it creates a notification manager using the getSystemService method with the notification service parameter. In line 106, a from name is created using Joe. In lines 107 through 111, a message content is randomly chosen from 3 alternatives. In lines 118 and 119, a pending intent is created using the make message intent stack we created above. In line 122, A string to be displayed in the notification is created. In lines 125 through 126, a notification object is created using a drawable ticker text, which is scrolling text, and the current time. In line 129, the information to be displayed in the notification is specified. In line 134, notification options such as sound and vibration are set to the default values. In line 141, the notification is displayed. Now let's look at the second way of implementing a notification in this demo. Starting in line 150, the show interstitial notification method is defined. In lines 152 through 161 and lines 175 through 194 are basically the same as the show app notification method we've already examined. The difference between the two methods is how the intents are handled in lines 167 through 172. In line 167, it creates an intent for the class incoming message interstitial. So let's open the Java source for that class in the app folder, incoming message interstitial. In that class, in lines 38 through 43, it creates the display with a button listener. Let's go back to the app. We see if we click Show Interstitial Notification, it's creating this. It's responding to this button. And if we click the Switch to App button, we're at the screen showing the details. To get us to that screen, the code is in lines 53 through 61. And this code uses the make message intent stack from the incoming message class we've already studied. So in this lesson on notifications, we've seen a lot of somewhat intricate handling of intents. Now for the basics of intents, you might want to go back and review our lesson on intents. Sometimes, as I think is the case with the code we've examined here, you just need to spend some time studying the code to let the concept sink in. When it comes time to use notifications in your apps, you can use the code pattern from this demo as a starting point, and with some persistence, add your own code into the mix. That's our lesson on notifications. Now let's continue with more user interface topics.